for Anne Gregory by W.B. Yeats. In this video, we are going to learn about the poem, For Anne Gregory, by W.B. Yeats. We will explore the poem's stanzas in detail and understand its deeper meanings. After that, we will go through comprehensive questions and answers to help you grasp the important themes, literary devices, and ideas presented in the poem. This session will strengthen your understanding and prepare you for exams effectively. Let's get started. The poem, For Anne Gregory, by W.B. Yeats explores the theme of superficiality versus true inner beauty through a conversation between the poet and Anne Gregory. Never shall a young man, thrown into despair, by those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear, love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. Yeats begins by telling Anne Gregory that no young man will ever love her for her true self alone. Instead, he argues, men are overwhelmed and thrown into despair by Anne's striking golden hair, which he metaphorically calls honey-colored ramparts. These ramparts act as protective walls that prevent the young men from seeing Anne's inner qualities. Yeats critiques the superficiality in human love, where outward appearance often overshadows the real person. Stanza 1 Glossary. Young man, a youth or boy in early adulthood. Thrown into despair, feeling deeply sad and hopeless. Honey-colored, golden or yellow-colored like honey. Ramparts, protective walls of a fort, metaphor for hair. Love for yourself alone. Being loved for personality and character, not appearance. Yellow hair, refers to Anne Gregory's golden hair. But I can get a hair dye, and set such color there, brown, or black, or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone, and not my yellow hair. Stanza 2. Anne Gregory responds by saying she can dye her hair any color she wishes, brown, black, or carrot red, in an attempt to challenge Yeats' assertion. She hopes that changing her outward appearance will encourage men to love her for who she really is on the inside rather than just her beauty. This stanza reflects Anne's desire to be recognized and loved for her essence, not just her physical attributes, exposing human love as fickle and dependent on appearances. Stanza 3. I heard an old religious man, but yesternight declare, that he had found a text to prove, that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. The poet then recalls hearing an old religious man say that only God can love someone purely for who they are inside, and not for external beauty like yellow hair. This highlights the idea that human love is often superficial and conditional. Stanza 1. Never shall a young man, thrown into despair by those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear, love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. Questions. Stanza 1. 1. Who is thrown into despair? 2. What are honey-colored ramparts? 3. What is the reason young men love Anne Gregory? 4. What does ramparts symbolize here? 5. What figure of speech? Answers. Stanza 1. 1. A young man. 2. Her yellow hair. 3. Because of her yellow hair. 4. Her hair acts as a protective barrier. 5. Metaphor, hair compared to ramparts of a fort. Stanza 2. But I can get a hair dye, and set such color there, brown, or black, or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone, and not my yellow hair. Questions. Stanza 2. 1. What can Anne do to her hair? 2. What colors does she mention? 3. Why does she want to dye her hair? 4. What change is Anne hoping for in men's love? 5. Identify the figure of speech in set such color there. Answers. Stanza 2. 1. Dye it. 2. Brown, black, carrot. 3. So men will love her for herself. 4. Love for her personality, not her looks. 5. Metaphor, changing outer appearance. Stanza 3. I heard an old religious man, but yesternight declare that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. Answers, Stanza 3, an old religious man, that only God can love beyond appearance. Only God, humans love for external beauty. Literal, referring to a religious text.